literally work with hundreds of couples of Hindus and Christians and Muslims and no religion. And one of the main things we're seeing, Samuel, is why people can't stay married. You know, divorce is a horrible phenomena in our culture, in our world, is because, number one, they have the misunderstanding of what marriage is. Number two, there's a selfishness. Like, as long as I can get, as long as you satisfy me or please me, whether it's sexual or money, then we're good. But the minute some of that goes wrong, then bye. So this is predicted in the Bhagavatam that that's how people do. Marriage is supposed to be a sanctified commitment between two people to work together, to help each other grow, and to raise children, and to be a part of a community. But we don't see that because of that very reason. If I marry you and you can't, do nothing for me anymore, bye. Or if I marry you and I don't like how you look or act over a period of time, bye. So that's a very, 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 very dangerous position, because marriage is the microcosm of the society. So when you see all these families broken up and dysfunctional like that, that means the whole society is. So people should get married and prepare, marry a suitable person, and stay married and raise your children together. And that makes a strong, strong community. There's an African proverb that says, the ruins of a nation begins in the homes of its people. And if the homes are broken up, the husband and wife divorcing, cheating, lying, you're going to have dysfunction and depression and devitalization.
And it says they will live together because of superficial attraction.
Yeah.
So does that tie in what you were saying earlier about material things depreciating?
Mm-hmm.
So you're attracted to something superficial,
mm-hmm.
but that attraction,
and also superficial reason. Oh, I'm gonna marry him because he's cute. That's not a really good basis to marry somebody. Or I'm gonna marry her because her family has money. These are not healthy, sustainable reasons to get married. You marry because you understand that I want to team up with this person for our healthy growth, and I want to make a commitment to do that before God, before the community, before my family. So then what the reasons? I want to marry somebody who has values. I want to marry somebody who's spiritual, not money and looks and all of those superficial reasons. Not that you have to marry someone who's unattractive, but don't let that be the main reason.
It says, womanliness and manliness will be judged according to one's expertise in sex. And man will be known as a brahmana. Just by wearing a thread. So the first one is the expertise in sex. So we see the superficial attraction continuing.
Yes.
And it seems like it's going further and further away, what you were saying though.
Being somebody, truthfulness, cleanliness, compassion, being disciplined and willing to make sacrifices for one another. If you have those, you're going to have a marriage that's going to last and end up satisfying you. So this everything is now based on sex. I mean, all the cars are sold sex, and women and men both are being objectified. They're not. It's their body, and once the body starts deteriorating, women have committed suicide because they no longer look beautiful. And so you're a good woman if you can have so many sexual partners, or a good man and all of that is a very low grade social justification for relationships.
So it's like when I was younger, it would be, even in, let's say, music or whatever, it was looked down upon to have a relationship like a boyfriend-girlfriend with the stripper. But now, today, it just seems like it's okay. Now, I know that might not be the most accredited culture or whatever to look for virtues, but even in a lower level culture, you can see that it's getting lower.
Yes.
Because even the values that they once had, it's like it's decreasing.
Yeah.
You know, so
you see people who are married, like government leaders who are marrying women that actually were prostitutes and all of that. So it's just a sign of degradation. But the good thing about the whole thing, Samuel, is there's a quote by Maya Angelou. She said, when you know better, you do better. And it's incumbent upon human beings to know better. We cannot say ignorance. Well, I didn't know God. I didn't know. Because there is now, we have the scriptures, we have people out preaching, the word is here. What is the standard for human behavior? And if you choose the lowermost, the greatest standard, are you willing to face the consequences? And it's very stringent consequences to that. And this is why the saintly people, they, even at great risk, they come in and they tell the truth. Even though people say, I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to stone you, or I'm going to crucify you, because they don't want to see us suffer the strong consequences for breaking all these universal laws and principles.
So, last question on this. Do you think that when people, like you were saying, the senators and government people are marrying prostitutes or whatever, what do you feel when people are saying, well, you're shaming her, it's her body, women should be sexually free if they want to do this and that? Do you feel that that's influencing the Kali Yuga age more, or do you feel like there's some truth to that, or do you feel that they should be disciplined with who they give their bodies to?
Well, first of all, that when anyone who takes a role of a leadership, they have to be an example. That don't take that role. The scriptures actually say that you should not become a governor, a president, a king, even a parent, unless you're willing to be an example for your children, your constituents, your students. And so a leader has to have a higher standard than even the others, because he is representing, or she, what can uplift people. So that's that. And then the other thing is, we wouldn't want to shame anybody. I mean, every living being is a part of God. And our bodies are temples because God lives in them. So we should learn how to treat our bodies as sacred, whether we're women or men. But if someone chooses to live a life where they're not treating their body as sacred, then we have to make choices as to, do we need to associate with them? We can bring them up, we can share with them, we can love them, we don't have any hatred for them, we don't want them to be hurt. But still, if you are living and acting, if God has given you a human body and you're living and acting like an animal, having sex with anybody, anywhere, anytime, not male or female, then you're going to get consequences. It's like you're saying to the universe that you gave me a human body, which was meant for a higher purpose, but all I want to do is use it for a lower purpose. So then the universe, God, will say, okay, in your next situation, I'll give you the body of a dog. And you can have as much sex as you want. I'll give you the body of a hog. You can eat anything you want. And I'll give you the body of a tree. You can be naked. But those things we should avoid as human beings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just by wearing that's a holy person.
Yeah, a brahman is a minister or a teacher who lives up to principles, spiritual principles. So they shouldn't be cheaters or shouldn't say one thing and then do another.
So they're saying they will be known as that just
by what they wear.
So can we extend that to all
yes,
holy men in all religions,
yes,
the rabbi,
yes,
the priest, the
yes,
pope, whatever, if you have that garb
yes,
on,
yeah,
they will just automatically assume.
Yes, this is a minister and we should give him all honor and respect. Which you should give all honor and respect to a minister and all people. But they shouldn't be pretenders or imposters or cheaters. This has caused so much trouble and pain to the world that people who say they're ministers are breaking all of God's principles, and they're misusing their human life, their human energy, cheating, lying, stealing, promoting themselves as knowledgeable when they don't even understand the truth. So, and there's
charlatans.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
We see a lot of that.
Yes.
Church,
yes.
festival, now the people buying the jets
yes.
and different things.
Yes.
Okay.